I'm in my chicken compost rabbit system today. So if you followed our channel very long, then you know that we have a system. It's a carport, and inside this carport I have rabbits. They're right up above me. Hopefully I won't get urinated on here in a moment. And then we've got chickens. The main purpose for this really isn't for eggs. It really isn't for meat, even though that I do get meat from the rabbits. And ultimately these laying hens, when they stop laying, will be meat as well for our homestead. The main reason I do this is for compost. And I've been working over here. Let me back the camera up just a bit. I was in this hole just a moment ago before I backed the camera up, and I've been working to try to move this section or this compost that's been worked over here just a little bit further north. This is the south side of the compost system, and then the door to enter is over here on the north side. And I put everything that I'm feeding and all the stuff that I start over here on the south side, and then I work it north. And I've been working this stuff right here. I moved it out of this section and moved it just a little bit further north. So I've got a big mound of it right here, and then I'm going to go here in just a few minutes and we'll collect some yard clippings. We've got a bunch of grass and stuff growing here on the homestead. It's good for erosion control, and then I can also cut it and I can feed it to the chickens. The chickens like it, and it also keeps this from stinking. So a lot of times you have chickens, you have rabbits, you have stuff like this. It starts stinking pretty badly. This doesn't stink at all, does it, Maya?
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't stink at all. So whenever I had them put this carport here, if I had to do over again, I would have scraped all this stuff away before I had them put it here, because there was a bunch of wood chips that was here that had been composting for a couple of years, and I just had them set it here, and you can see what it is down here underneath it. So I've been scraping it all here. Underneath all this stuff, it's just clay, it's hard clay, and then there's some compost and some rotted wood chips and stuff like that. That's right here. It really turns into some great stuff. I'll show you over here in just a moment. But what I like to do is try to clear this spot out over here. And I've got two spots. I've got this spot right here, and then I've got this spot over here. And it takes a little bit of time, especially if you don't do it very regularly, and I don't do it very regularly. It takes a lot of time to move this stuff out of here. So I only did half this section. This is about 12 by 20. So I did about a 5-6 foot section here by about 3 foot, 4 foot or so. But anyway, I emptied this all out, and I'm going to go, and I've got a lawnmower here that will collect a riding lawnmower that will collect some grass clippings. I'm going to go mow here in just a moment. It rained a lot this weekend, so it has been wet, but I'm waiting until this is the afternoon. So this afternoon it's dried up a little bit, so I can go and do some of that. And I'm just going to put some of this here, and let me show you some of this compost here. This is some of the stuff that's been here. You see it? This is over here at this end. Let me show you over here at the other end. So this is over here on the north end, and I've got some stuff over here that I don't really want over here, if I'm honest, because the kids have put some of the compost, some of the grass clippings, and some yard waste on this end. So there's some this stuff up here at the top hasn't composted, plus the chickens have scratched it from over here at this end. But chickens have gotten stirred up. But if I get underneath here, you can see some of it. I can dig with my fingers. Look at this. So I don't sift my compost. I just put this right in the garden. So it does have some pieces of wood and stuff like that in there, but all that stuff will rot eventually, and I'll just keep on feeding it. I could sift it and then put the larger chunks back over there and let them keep on working it. But that's not what I do. That's just one more step, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, this is really great stuff. And I had a pig in here. If you follow my channel and been a subscriber, I did have a pig in here for a while, but I also had some nest boxes down here, but that pig messed with those, so I had to end up taking all those out. So a lot of times they'll just lay their eggs right here on the ground. So there's like 4 or 5 over here.
This one's new.
But this is really producing great compost for our garden, for our high tunnel, for our trees, and I just put it around there whenever I need it. And what I'll probably end up doing, I haven't used a lot here recently, what I'll probably end up doing is this fall is I'll pretty much just clear all this out, and then maybe add a little bit more, maybe add some hay or something in the fall, then get the gardens ready for the get the garden areas and the high tunnel and stuff ready for the spring. But making our own compost here, so we're increasing our closed loop. So this is really what we want to do, have a closed loop here. And I've told you about this before, but I want to give you an update that I'm still doing this. I still like it. There's a few things that I've had to change about the system. I've added the pig, didn't like that, so I ended up taking her away, because all she did when she was in here was just, when these chickens laid on the ground, she would eat the eggs. So she stopped rooting around and doing what I wanted her to. I wanted her rooting here and work this compost, but she wasn't doing that, so I ended up getting rid of her. She's somewhere else now. I'll probably end up eating her sometime or another. But I'm gonna go get some grass clippings and some yard clippings to put in here in this spot. If you like the things that we're doing here, I would love for you to follow us and keep on watching what we're doing. We're not really doing a whole lot yet, because we're kind of at the beginning stages. But if you'll follow us now, then you can see what happens as you build a homestead, because in a few years we're gonna have many of our systems down. We're going to have a lot of things going well and smoothly, and I've learned a lot of lessons, and I can share some of those lessons with you. But if you subscribe now, then you can see these lessons as we're learning them and can see what works and what doesn't work. So we'd love to have you here at Copperhead Road Homestead. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, select all so you never miss a notification, and keep coming back. We've not been doing 3 videos a week like we had been doing, but I've been making sure to do at least 1 video a week, and we're going to keep doing that for you. Till next time, thanks.